Good morning. It's the 20th of December, so it's day 20 of 24. It's a wet one, so I'm just head down in case of getting through it, although I do have to go to the post office now to return a parcel. So this walk has been quite useful for running errands. It won't be the last before Christmas, I'm sure. But yeah, see what we've got to offer today. Not a lot, I don't think. Okay, speak to you soon. Bye for now. Just tell you about my experience today with the post office. The first one I went to, which was just off my route close to where I live, I got in and they said, oh, the post office part's closed. Oh, until when? Oh, probably after 12 o'clock. Why is that? Oh, we're doing a stock check. Anyway, so I took a bigger diversion, went into the town centre, the main post office in town, which is inside WH Smith's. And I queued up for ages because, as you can imagine, this time of the year it's pretty busy. Anyway, I got to the counter, said, just want to return this. Amazon say you don't need any packaging, but I have got an envelope for it if you do. She says, oh yeah, you got to have packaging. Okay, well, if you can just, I'll put it in there, and if you can just put some tape on it, some sellotape, just to seal it up. Can't do that. Why not? So we don't sellotape people's parcels. We were going through loads of sellotape. Stop doing that. So I only need a piece this big. I said, no, sorry. He said, you're in WH Smith's. Buy some sellotape. And like, there's a queue out the door in WH Smith's. So I said, yeah, thanks a lot. Anyway, they have a self-service section next to the main counter, and there's a little old lady who helps people to get their parcels off and stuff like that. So I said to her, can I return parcels here? And she said, yeah, have you got a QR code? I said, yeah, I've got a QR code. And I said, but it needs sealing up. She said, yeah, that's alright, I've got some tape here. So the big fat lard on the counter wasn't prepared to get off his big fat arse and put a tiny piece of tape on it, and this lady did. Anyway, we sealed it up. She said, let's have a look at your QR code then. I showed her the QR code that Gabby sent on to me. Couldn't read it. I don't know whether it was their equipment or my phone, but she tried 4 or 5 times, couldn't read the QR code. Nope, sorry. Okay, forget it. So I've still got the parcel. I've been to 2 post offices, and that's my wonderful experience of the good and the bad of the post office. At least the little old lady sorted it out, but her equipment wasn't working. Maybe. That's the most exciting thing that's happened today. As you can probably hear, it's blowing a bit of a hoolie, and don't know what to do now with this parcel. Gabby left me one chore to do, and I've not, and I've failed miserably. Okay, speak to you soon. Come to the end of day 20. That's 4 more walks to go and 5 more sleeps before the big guy turns up. So nearly cracked it now, and more importantly, managed to offload that parcel 3rd time lucky. Apparently the barcode, not the barcode, the QR code needed to be scanned on Amazon app, and the little post office, which I went back to, had that. The old girl in the town centre probably wasn't aware of that, so at least it's done now anyway. Okay, So that's that for another day. It's getting a little bit monotonous now, I have to say. The weather's been pretty rubbish and it's not going to be much better for the rest of this week. So there's not going to be any white Christmases down here in Devon. Other parts of the country are expecting a bit of snow, mainly in the north and Scotland. But yep, no white Christmas here. It's very mild, windy, damp, dreary. So okay, speak to you soon. Morning. 21st of December, day 21 of my challenge. I think it's the shortest day of the year as well today. Least daylight today. Days start getting longer than tomorrow. Might be tomorrow, I'm not sure, but it's usually around about this time, 21st of December. And it's a real wild one today. 50-mile-an-hour winds expected today here in Devon. So it's just a case of getting this done and dusted and relaxing again later. It's a bit of a late start, it's 11:15. Not sure why, I just got reading. Yeah, I'll be testing my wind buffer today on this. But yep, seeing the end of the tunnel now. It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then the big guy comes visiting. Okie doke. And listen to some music today, drown out the wind noise. Speak to you soon, bye for now. Breezy. weather forecasts. All the time I'm looking 2 or 3 days ahead at the weather forecast to see what I've got in store. And today, the last few days, has been another potentially wet day. I'm glad to say the forecasters are wrong, because I've not had a drop of rain. It's been wild and windy, but the whole of this week really was for wet and windy weather. But I'm only out for 2 hours a day, so there's always a chance I can dodge the showers, etc. So today's one of those days, pleased to say. I think the only thing I can do really is look on the morning. It's not worth looking too far ahead. But anyway, if I look too far ahead now, it'll well be over. 3 days to go. And to be honest, I'll be pleased about that. It's been good. I'm glad I've done it. It's given me a bit of a purpose during this dreary, dank period of weather. So, but I'll be glad to just have a couple of days with my feet up. Through November, when I was thinking about doing this, I was looking at advent calendars with chocolate treats in, and there was one that I had my eye on. It was a Toblerone calendar, and obviously it was triangular, and it was just so that each day when I finished my walk I could have a little treat. But it was something silly like 10 quid. So instead, Gabby got me a bag of mini Toblerones, and I was supposed to be having one every day when I got in, but I haven't been. I've even put 3 or 4 in my bag today, but I've not touched them yet. But I'm going to have them with a cup of tea when I get in. So, as my treat for completing another day. It's hardly major, but as I say, you don't always feel like doing it. So I'm pleased that I've managed to stick to it. Okay. A bit windy on the estuary today. Thankfully didn't get blown out into the water or anything. Fingers crossed the next couple of days will be a bit better. So, okay. Have a good day, and I will speak to you in the morning, no doubt. Bye for now. Good morning. It's another dreary grey day, windy day in North Devon, and it's day 22 of my challenge walk. And just to correct something I said yesterday, today is the winter solstice, something like 2 o'clock in the morning was the point where days start to get longer, although I won't notice that for a few months. But yeah, the least hours of daylight today, so I better get a move on. Because it could be dark when I finish. No, it won't be. Oh yeah, this is day 22, only 2 more days after today, so getting there. Fortunately I've got some chores to do again today, so I've got to find a route that includes Tesco. But might as well do it all in one hit. Kill two birdies. Okay. Otherwise, there will be a lot happening today, and I won't film myself around Tesco. Okay. Don't think it's going to rain, but it is a bit. Well, it's totally overcast, and the wind is whistling a bit again. So let's see how we get on. Bye for now. It's only 9 days left of 2023, hard to believe. I'm just getting used to saying 2023. But it is the year me and Gabby got married, so it'll always be memorable in that regard. After 17 years together, so I suppose it was time. But it was a bad year for Gabby health-wise. She struggled for most of it with kidney issues, but she's had an operation on that, and seems to have been successful. And on the 27th we're back at hospital for a sort of a review of that situation. Hopefully there's no prospects of any return of that particular issue. And of course her knee has been completely buggered for the whole of it, really. About a year ago we were out walking at Valley of Rocks, and she was on trekking poles but struggling, and she's been on crutches for most of this year. It's going to be at least another year before she can get the op that she needs on the National Health. So from a walking point of view, unfortunately she's not going to be able to accompany me a great deal. So I'm not sure of my plans from a walking point of view. We do want to do the Pembrokeshire Coast Path together, so I'll put that on hold for now. I might do the Coast to Coast, that's the Devon Coast to Coast. I've walked the Northern Wainwrights Coast to Coast a couple of times. I mean, bucket list walks are John Muir Trail in California, and mind having a pop at the Land's End to John O'Groats, but such a commitment that 3 or 4 months, expensive, and of course it's a long time to be away from home, and so maybe put that on hold and see if we can find a better time. And Gabby's a bit fitter, she can join me from time to time. Yeah, so Southwest Coast Path, obviously I've completed it in one hit a couple of years ago, but I've walked nearly half of it again a second time. But last time I was there in September I failed miserably to walk from St Ives to Falmouth. I didn't get to Falmouth because, believe it or not, and it's hard to believe on days like this, that it was too hot. It was a heat wave, 30 degrees hit, and backpacking in that heat over all those hills and dales, it was a bit beyond me. So I might go back to it, but I really need to find something different. I wouldn't mind walking the length of Scotland, maybe from Carlisle up to John O'Groats, which isn't as big a commitment as the whole walk. But yeah, I need to keep walking because I need to address my addiction issues. That's addiction to biscuits, which does not help my weight at all. So I have to keep walking. Okay, just a few thoughts. Watch this space and I'll obviously keep everybody abreast of what I plan to do. But for today, I've got to get up and down this estuary and over to Tesco. Merry Christmas. Speak to you soon. Oops a daisy. I said it was windy. Whew. It's day 22 over. Just 2 days to go. I think it's going to be drier tomorrow and wet on Christmas Eve. But by then I shan't be too worried. Been to Tesco, absolute mayhem in there. I shouldn't have left it so late to get Gabby's Christmas card. Let's just say there was no choice. One card available that said wife on it. And I always say, don't leave your Christmas shopping too late. Get it now if you fancy it for Christmas, because it might not be here if you come a couple of days before. So I should listen to myself, heed my own warning. Anyway, I've got her card and some bits and bobs to go with all her major prezzies. Okay, that's just the weekend ahead now. Saturday and Sunday. I'll be glad when I'm finished, to be honest. It's like anything, it's always good to finish. I have enjoyed it, I have enjoyed the exercise, but looking forward to not having it hanging over me every morning when I wake up. So I will say goodbye because I'm home now. Down the lane the other way. Good morning. It's the eve of Christmas Eve today. So that makes this my penultimate walk of this challenge. Bright and breezy. It's quite mild, but the wind's making it feel a little bit chillier than the weather forecast said. And hopefully it's going to be dry. So back down on the estuary on the south side today, I think. where it'll be probably a lot breezier there. So okay, I'll be back to discuss anything that comes to mind over the next couple of hours, so speak to you soon. Bye for now. Didn't think we were going to get any rain today, but it's very unpredictable. It is the midst of winter on the southwest coast, so really even when the forecast says it's generally going to be bright, there's usually plenty of cloud about and always the chance of a shower. And I'd say that is about a summary of the weather for the whole of this challenge since the 1st of December. Remember, the first day was bright and sunny, and then the second day there was a frost. That was the only frost I've had, and since those 2 days, I mean, there's been the odd dry day, but generally it's been, well, typical winter weather now. Mild, windy, showery. So on the whole, I think I've dodged the showers pretty well, so pleased about that. Okay, speak to you soon. Sensing a little bit of tension growing in our house today, because Liverpool play Arsenal, and I'm a Liverpool supporter. Gabby is an Arsenal supporter. And we often end up having a little fallout with each other over the game. Happened twice last season, because Arsenal were totally spawny in both games. It's those kind of comments that wind Gabby up. But yeah, at the moment Arsenal are top of the league and Liverpool are second, so there's a lot more at play this time. But whilst we've followed the season very closely since August, we're going to miss the game today, because we're going to RHS Rosemore, which is a big garden, Royal Horticultural Society garden, for their glow up evening. Well, they have it throughout the month of December, which is, it's all lit up with magical lighting, so it'll be a lovely experience, but it does mean we're missing the game, so that might not be a bad thing. When we watch it on Match of the Day, we'll know the results, so okay. Get lots of cyclists on this path, obviously. It's the Tarka Trail, it is a cycle path. Ex-railway line, nice and flat. So yeah, probably a draw would be a good result, so close to Christmas. Yeah, well, I'll tell you tomorrow what happens. Okay, bye for now. That's another day done. Just one more walk now, 2 more sleeps. Weather turned a bit grotty on the way back, but only one more day of it to go. Actually, the forecast for tomorrow is a lot worse than today, so we'll see how we get on. Getting a bit obsessed with the weather. Okay, here we are, back home. Speak to you soon. Bye for now. So for the last time, I'm on my way. The weather gods have not been kind. It's going to rain for the whole duration, I think. It's light rain at the minute, it's going to get a bit heavier, so I'm out quite early. Anything around 9 o'clock's an early start. But yeah, I'll be glad when I'm back home, feet up, watch some Christmas movies and eat lots of bad things. So I might not be reporting in a great deal today, so I'll speak to you at the end. Bye for now. The football yesterday ended in a draw, so peace broke out in the household. No sulks, no grumpiness. There were a few contentious issues in the game, could have gone either way, but we kept our opinions to ourselves. We took the draw, shook hands, moved on. So that was probably a good thing, really. Okie doke, speak to you soon. Okay, it's just about mission accomplished. Hardly the triumphal march back into Rome by Julius Caesar. More of a soggy trudge with raindrops falling off my nose. But yeah, pleased I've done it. I can relax now, put my feet up, eat lots of bad things again. Started yesterday really, and maybe come up with some other challenge in the new year. So thank you to everybody who's watched. If you've lasted this long, you're more of a hero than I am. But I'd like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a healthy and prosperous new year, and see you in 2024. Bye for now.